The Mystic Call, written by Maria Luisa Retana and illustrated by Steve Beauvais. About the author. Maria Luisa Retana was born in Cuba. She received her BA in Spanish and Comparative Literature from the University of California, Riverside. She has worked extensively with children of all ages in scholastic and cultural programs, as well as in theater. Mrs. Retana lives with her husband and her youngest child in Bisbee, Arizona. She is the author of 6 bilingual children's books and the owner and publisher of High Desert Productions, a small independent press located in Bisbee, Arizona. About the author. Steve Beauvais is a writer, an artist, and a professional wrestler. He lives in Bisbee, Arizona. During the monsoon rains of summer, the San Pedro River in southeastern Arizona is full of life. Throughout the day, creatures young and old come by for a refreshing drink of water. Butterflies and dragonflies dance and sip nectar from wildflowers by the river bank. Today, strangely enough, the cottonwoods and willows seem to call out only to the younger creatures. It is the mystic call that makes Spotty, a 2-month-old fawn, turn his head while grazing by his mother's side. The doe is aware of the potential danger, for as a fawn, she was also taken by the same magical spell. Suddenly, before she can move, she feels very tired and lies to rest under a mesquite tree. Spotty looks at his mother, very confused. The doe, before falling into an unnatural sleep, says urgently to her son, "Do not cross the river all by yourself. There is a giant magnet which humans call quicksand living at the bottom of the river. It will pull your legs under and down you will go." The mother, like an echo, faintly says, "You will be its prisoner forever, ever, ever." As soon as the doe is asleep, Spotty feels an irresistible need to walk toward the river. A coatimundi, a javelina, a skunk, a coyote, and a mountain lion, all of them about Spotty's age, come toward the same place, drawn by the same call. As they approach the river bank, they feel as though the magnet is pulling them toward the center of the river. They enter, leaving their tracks behind. Spotty is the first to step into the water, splashing a little bit here and a little bit there. Then, as he is drawn to the center of the river, the coatimundis start their circle in a clockwise direction. The javelina, the skunk, the coyote, and lastly the mountain lion follow the circle's magnetic current until the weird attraction stops. But by now the animals are sinking. Their feet and legs are stuck in the quicksand. They cannot move. They can't escape the power of it. An old owl has been watching at the river. From a nearby willow he has also heard the call. However, he has been able to keep himself away from its spell. Perhaps because of his ability to fly, the earth does not call him so strongly. Therefore, he is able to liberate himself without much effort. By this time the sun is sinking, and the owl, knowing the danger that his river friends are in, flies quickly to get help. The owl finds the young animals' mothers asleep under the mesquite tree. They seem not to remember that they have little ones to care for. Very gently he touches each mother with the tips of his wings, waking them from their spell. Their children are gone. Desperately they search for them. "Your children are at the river and in danger," screeches the owl. They rush to the riverbank, guided by the North Star. By the time they arrive, their little ones are buried up to their shoulders. They have been clinging to a chain of nectar bats who have flown to help. The mothers assemble and demand their children's freedom by growling, "Free our children, or we will drink all the water from the river, leaving you, quicksand, without a home." As magical as their capture had been, they are suddenly released and, with their mothers, leave the river. In a moonlit clearing on the other side of the cottonwoods and willows, they say good night to each other. It is as if it had all been a dream. They remembered nothing of the mystical call. Only the wise old owl remembers, for he was never under its spell.